Throughout time, man has searched for meaning. Well, nature produced man. Not to say that we evolved from monkeys or apes. That we're those too. We're not that we evolved from anything. Like when we say evolved, it means we're smarter than our other kinds. And our other kinds of living spirited beings are apes and monkeys and birds and bats and cats and rats and dogs and frogs and hogs and pigs and boars and dinosaurs and everything. They're all us. So, and the way you can actually notice that, if you think about it, is some of the most classic and ancient works of art itself, are people recognizing nature. A potted plant, a forest, a sunset, shit like that. Like stuff that people see but don't value unless it's got a frame around it and says, hey, look at me, I'm nature. And people say, wow, that reminds me of something. It reminds you of you. It reminds you of that peace that you are. You're one of those feelings. Your anger, your peace, your pain, your sorrow. You're all those things. And you're also joy and delightfulness and all these things. And it's good. So we go through time searching for meaning when the meaning was to be at one with nature. So then you get into the talks about shamans and spiritual people and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because those people, before there was ever medicine, is the only time you've ever heard of any stories of people who lived 5, 6, 700 years, 1,000 years, 10,000 years, 20,000 years, 30,000 years, infinite, immortal, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't because of medicine. Medicine is for people who think they're sick. Think about it. You wouldn't take medicine if you didn't think you were sick. Whether somebody else told you you were sick or not, that's besides the point. Usually you go to the doctor because you feel sick. And why do you feel sick? Because you introduced something to yourself that you couldn't handle. And then you felt bad about it. You just do it on such a slow term from the food you eat and the things you're around. You start getting sick. So a shaman is one of those people who's more natural than a doctor, because a doctor will throw you some pills, which they're chemicals. And if they're pharmaceutical things that have been manufactured by somebody in a lab, they are not what you want in your body. They're just not. I'm sorry, I don't care what is in it. I don't care how much time they spent doing it. I don't care anything about vaccines and blah, blah, blah. Those are all things for people who think they're weak and can be talked into believing they're weak or sick or ill or going to die from something. And guess what? Many people are able to think that they're going to get sick. And it happens all the time because they grew up in a world of believing about depression. How do you change your mind and not believe in it anymore? I don't know. It just happens for you. I don't believe in illness at all. I don't believe in pain at all. I know things can hurt. The word pain is like overexpressed, but we use it to explain stuff. So when I say I feel pain, it's not like ever, if my arm got chopped off, I would be like, ha ha, I'm numb to that. But of course I feel that kind of stuff. But I know that emotional things are just things you can control when you have the ability to maintain the possession of your temper when it comes to your emotions. So in a long run, it's more or less people have to try to understand that until they know within themselves that they create their world, they'll always be misled. And I don't want to see that happen to people anymore. And I don't want to say some stuff that anyone else says on YouTube, because I don't even really try to look into it. I just don't know what to do with my time, because everything on TV is sort of a waste. Everything that most people are doing is sort of a waste. And I don't mean to say it and talk down about it, but it's just like, why would you do something that is a waste of your time? Sitting around watching people play, like there's a messenger show where you can sit and watch celebrities play beer pong, and they're all like tattooed arms, legs, face, and I'm not trying to put any of them down, but why would you do it? other than to get recognition. And what are they doing? They're on TV getting recognition for other people who are looking to recognize somebody because they can't find something in themselves and they're still looking outside. Just like those paintings, just like other things in nature. Oh, that's beautiful. If I see this person with the paintings in their face and a big booty or anything like that, or they just, it's hard for people to understand that they're doing it. But when you're watching them do it and you've been seeing yourself do it, I'm not innocent, or it's not like I haven't done it all too, but you overcome those things and you learn to move on and grow up. And when you say that to people who are supposed to be adults because they're a certain age, they don't want to hear it because they're an age. But they're not grown-ups. I don't care how old they think they are. You're never an age. You're not grown up until you are mature enough to really understand. And most people that are just about to die of old age are still very immature. And that's okay. But I'm here to help them understand something they've wanted to understand. That's what I'm here for. I've came here many times to do this. So, anyway, till next time, peace.